'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on. Baby, put the record on. Hit it. And I've been needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on. I'm not gonna need that song. Hit it.
And we're live before the final in the Open Division Swiss National Championships here on ULTI.TV. I'm Stef Pazzo, joined with Charlotte Terrasson in this rematch of what was the only option for a final for 15 years or more. Until last year, of course, order is restored. A Swiss National Championship features Freespeed and FAB. Charlotte, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I feel there is some kind of deja vu. I mean, these two teams have been facing each other so many times. This time we get it back. Panthers, who played the bronze medal game, got the bronze, by the way, but not in the final this time. Freespeed got their spot back, and so we cannot wait to see which one of the two teams is gonna make it. The rivals are back.
I do have to correct you. Panthers won their last game, but they featured here in the 5th place game.
Oh my, I'm sorry.
It was Solebang and Zurich who played off for the bronze, and I do not have those results. Regardless.
This is starting well. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, we're fine. We're off to that was the streamed match here, the last men's match we saw. So you're on to something for a good reason.
However, we just had the women final. Watch out, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, go watch before I spoil you the score. But we have Fabulous as champions. The usual one more year, who just beat Zurich 15-8. Good game, great actions, highlight for sure. Go have a look to this final. Later, after the open one.
This one you're watching live. This one bringing you all the action. Both these teams have been winning their way through all phases and winning their way through the weekends. We're live and we're underway. Bisat. The first throw turnover. And that's a good way to start if you're Freespeed. Can they convert? Nev picks up. Throws a very short pass. And Bush cashes in. That is a nice way to start the game if you're from Basel.
Oh my gosh, first pass of the final and a drop in the end zone. Well, that is a very tough one mentally. This is getting in your head. Oh my, Freespeed getting that clean break, not missing this opportunity. That is golden. You won't see that twice on a final like that. Oh my gosh.
Well, here's the finishing touch, but the drop is what hurts the most. We say both these teams have been able to feature in this final for so many years. While some of the players are new, some of the situations are new, and no matter how many times these mistakes happen at the very start of a game, a mistake like that can stay with the player for some time. Let's hope for the Bern sake that they can forget that, but easier said than done.
So here we are again. Finals are starting.
Bisat collects the pull again, and the first throw complete to Mossiman. Back to Bisat. He goes over to Jordy. Bisat fakes every throw he knows, and then goes to Mossiman. Bisat to Metzger. Back to Bisat. We talked about him with the coaches last night, and he is a player who's been with this club for a while and has just been working his way up to higher and higher level, and here featuring in the final and being a major contributor to making this offense work. It's Simon who goes back to Bisat. Mossiman to Jordy. Mossiman. Wide and around to Bisat. That's a nice throw. Great to see the shape from our commentary booth. Simon drops back to Bisat. He hammers, it's low, but gets a play made there. Helmiger makes that play, and now led in to Jordy's not in yet. Could this be a clean hold? Dumps back to Bisat. He hammers. That's a fair few hammers out of Bisat for 1 point. Elmiger gets the goal. It is a clean hold.
Wow, what consistency and patience against this zony defense of Freespeed. FAB really took their time, got that disc moving from side to side until they found a handling flow, giving and going, making their way until the end zone. Like, I think there was only one risky pass that overhead that really got close to the ground and recalled everyone back to the steady game they had and worked perfectly to show what FAB offense can do when it's not dropped in the end zone.
Yeah, that's the truth. Elmiger, the one who got down to keep the possession alive that you speak of. Elmiger, the one who catches the goal as well, so he did his job on that point. And hopefully that's enough to forget what happened at the start. Advantage, Freespeed. This is the first time their O-lines come onto the field and they're somehow tied at 1. And we all know how that happened. Von Bassen. He moves it ahead. Now Brutalin. That comes under to Young. Young scoops over top of everybody. He had Nev and now Young. Young getting every other touch right now. Van Bassen, he puts it deep. Siegenthaler, oh, he climbs the ladder. Great take for the Freespeed goal.
Siegenthaler getting high in the back of the end zone, still managing to keep it in bounds. Good footwork while getting as high as possible above the defenders. Beautiful, but I mean, it looked like they were struggling a little bit, the cutters from Freespeed, to get free and give some options to their handling teammates. However, apparently they still always have that deep option. We have another look at on the replay. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
What a timing.
That was a well-taken disc at the height of his jump. Siegenthaler making it look good. 2-1 and a break in the back pocket for Freespeed.
Both those teams used us during finals to very tight games, close, intense till the end. So let's hope we'll get the same show.
Reese opens up. He sends it deep. Elmig is gonna get there, but not quite quick enough. He smacks it away more than he can squeeze the hand on it.
Yeah, Marco Elmiger, one of the favorites wide receivers, deep receivers. I mean, look at his size, but he also has a very good timing. However, that one was surprisingly uncompleted. Now Freespeed again with a chance of a break.
Near gets another under, and the deep shot goes.
Oh,
Schneider is there, and Freespeed are firing on home turf. Big goal, breakaway speed for Schneider, and the throw by Ebinger was bang on the money. Charlotte, Freespeed got all the energy right now.
I mean, and they have reason to. What a start, and they use that momentum, that energy and confidence it gives you. Beautiful shot by Jakob Ebinger, who actually released it pretty late. Didn't expect the hug to go at this stage, and still beautiful shots. And we got a timeout called, and I think this is a good one for FAB, and we're taking a break as well.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
Europe, a cradle of culture, melange of languages and beacon of diversity. A continent rampant with rivalries, forged and broken through years of shared history. Time for another chapter. 48 teams representing 22 countries look to cement their legacy at the 2023 European Ultimate Championships. You can join them. Watch live for free only on ULTI.TV.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stores.
And here's the pull after the timeout. Bisat goes to the rubber man, a mercy. Reminds me of the way Alessandro De Luca plays of the Mooncatchers. That one's sent deep. Two there. Reese takes it, still has Jordy. Gets Jordy, and that is a better look for the Flying Angels of Bern. That's the way they want to play.
That was efficient. Boom, boom, boom. One deep shot. If you haven't scored yet, just finish it with one simple pass. Beautiful.
A lot more confidence in that one, even on the deep two options to receive. Good communication for Reese to stay with it and Jordy to just continue into the end zone. They did everything right. Here's another look at the reception end on that.
I think that's a really good point for FAB and their also mindset for the game, because it shows how strong they are, how efficiently they can play, what they can do, not only to us but to themselves. Just a freshly reminder that they are in the final for a reason. They are good. They already have champions title, so they're gonna fight till the end.
There's the pull by Odermatt. And here comes Freespeed, Van Bazen. And Odermatt gets his foot stepped on there. 33, Bush put the cleat in accidentally, of course, but a foul called because of the contact. Van Bazen moves to Bruna and then gains a bit more meters here. Now it's Bush. Finds Van Bazen, but Vindler's got a hand in the pocket. Van Bazen goes around. Freespeed moving through the hands. Ooh, a very deep dump now to Young. And a bit on the hip, Stauffer, he's coming. Blumenbach goes to Van Basten. He jacks it, it's Brutalin on the chase. He's gonna get there and outruns everyone. One of the more experienced players on either of these teams still got the Jets.
What a run! Straight back in the end zone. It almost looked out of bounds. I mean, everyone on the field looked also as they were wondering, did we make it? And yes, you did! Robin Bruderlin with the score.
Van Bazen to Brutalin. That's not the first time they've connected.
The veterans connection.
That brings the score up to 3-2. 4-2, sorry. Still for Freespeed.
Frisbee still with the advantage. However, we're only starting in this game. Only 12 minutes into game, so everything can happen. It happened very early, but might happen again, something, we don't know.
Ebinger sends the bull Bizat to Emercy. Emercy, foot block on the spot. 23, you gotta be kidding me. Noah Burkhart slams the door shut with the foot. Then he goes back, it's Nev. He fights inside, gets a play by Ebinger. Ebinger, leading throw, now dumps back. Right on the doorstep, Vitaliano. Fakes, then looks for the back. Now he hammers to the side and gives it back to Fab in doing so.
Had to rush it a bit, I guess. High stall, have to take a decision. Hail Mary. However, there's a tiny bit of wind, not that strong, but still, if you want to go upside, which we love, you can do. And here's a cone kicking. I hear Hannah screaming in our ears about that.
Yes, you will hear Hannah Pendlebury about that, but you'll hear Freespeed rejoicing because that one went over Bisat, and boom! They jacked it in there. Ebinger with the goal. And Freespeed flexing muscles, 5-2, putting it to Fab early in this game.
Damn, they're in their minds, really using every opportunity, every chance they get. But I feel that Fab still has their word to say, because the defense they put on the previous point was crazy. What intensity. They got so close to get a defense. Let's have a replay on the score. Frisbee getting another break. Vitaliano making up for his previous mistake in the same spot in front of the end zone. But however, this time finds his teammates in front of him.
Thank you all for tuning in here on ULTI.TV. Where are you tuning in from? Let us know in the chats. Give us a like, subscribe, and become a patron. Do all those things as we keep bringing you this action. Simon goes to Mossyman. And Fab seek answers now. They're going to need to put these holds in as cleanly as possible to dig themselves out of this early hole. That one goes back to Kilco. And another defensive stand and another short field for Freespeed. What on earth is going on for FAB?
They're absolutely not in their game. What are these mistakes? I mean, we're not used to see that coming from them, especially.
Disc into play. Nev fires, and that one goes down. FAB will have another chance. I would like to see them pick up the pace. Their patience is starting to look lethargic more than calculated.
It does. I mean, it almost doesn't look like they're patient, but more out of options.
Yes, that's exactly what we're getting to. Odermatt now. Goes to Mossyman. Odermatt finds a nice hole to get it to. Now it's Stouffer. Mossyman. Kilco getting out of the way, and Simon found in the middle. Lepszewski. Mossyman chisels forward, and whoa, a speculator held on to there by Simon. Mossyman hammers, blammers to Lepszewski. Odermatt, Lepszewski. No rush here. They're doing what they need to do against this zone. There is no rush in this game if you're wearing a white jersey. Kilco. Scoobers just through a hole. Now Obermatt. Now Mossyman looking forward. Great lead to Lepszewski. Not in. Stouffer puts the foot down. And again, that's what they needed to patiently work one in. I like to see a little bit of an urgency in between, a little bit of an urgency going to the disc, especially on turnovers. I'd like to see them just pick it up and get going. But once they're in play, yes, this patient style, take what's given, is what they need to do to restore some confidence.
I mean, they were really patient and playing as safe as possible. As you were saying, suspiciously safe. It almost looked like they were just out of options, but also they were pretty close to their end zone and stayed there for a little while. But once they crossed the half of the field, I feel that their pace went pretty much faster, and they got that give and going to the score pretty quickly. So now FAB with another defense to see their intensity will pay off this time. The layouts, the hands on the disc, so close.
Freespeed, get it to Van Bazen. He gives a little shimmy, then goes up, and there's the turn that FAB need. Jordy with the disc. He goes to Bisat. And you see a lot of conversion players playing D now for FAB. Bizat goes back to a Mercy. A Mercy looks for Bizat, gets him on the inside. Nice throw. Jordy. Reese, not in. Holds up the first cut. Bizat working hard, and a nice feed by Reese. Now we're getting close. 4-5, and a capitalization on a Freespeed mistake makes things interesting.
What a footwork by Bizat. Really dancing around Reese to get in the end zone with no defense for the score. And this is the first break for FAB. Already getting one on the board. Few left to see an advantage for FAB. Mistakes on the Freespeed side. I mean, the first mistake so far. So Let's go and see. I'm wondering if we will get some defense. It's like proper defense, not mistakes. So far, the turnovers have been more generated by mistakes than defense. So I'd really like to start seeing those layouts paying off, big bids to get a D.
We all want to see that, Charlotte. It has been a few mistakes. You can understand the big game jitters. Playing in front of the stadium, playing under the ULTI.TV cameras. The pressure is on here to win a Swiss national championship.
People are watching you.
Brunner to Young. And now a zone out of FAB. Trying to put that same pressure back. Oh! And Dorn almost got a touch there, but Gogler keeps it going. And he gets again. Ollie Gogler dumps back. And there's some give and go all over the place here. Brunner gets it. Now Bush. He goes backwards, and Young gets another touch. Young goes to Bush, and back to Young again. Now it's Brunner. He shoots for goal. That one's in. Bloombach gets the goal, and Freespeed score on a clean hold, making it 6-4.
Nice offense from Frisbee, really moving everywhere in all directions. Very quick game.
I'm not sure FAB will want to maintain using that zone. It's fine to use it. They tried it. They didn't slow down Freespeed. I mean, assuming they can get their offense back on the field, the defense back on the field, then I would like to see them go back to a match, then maybe try another zone a few points later if there's some trading going on.
Even without the wind? I mean, there is a tiny bit of wind.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to go back to match, but if they're going to use a zone again, not right away. Don't try and make it better. Okay, you used it, you made the offense guess what they might see. Right now, match defense, legs are going to get D's, not space prevention.
Not sure if it was out of bounds. It was, so break is called.
Bizat. He takes the under to Metzger. Jordy. Bizat. He shoots. Reese is the first one to look up, but the defense is there. Reese gets it knocked out. I thought he had the read, but the defense did just enough to knock it away. Now Freespeed. Oh, there's a bid to get it back, but not quick enough. Schneider. He goes backwards. Nev throws, gets the under. Ebinger goes inside. Now wide side. Disc is deep, it's hanging. Bizat is there on defense, and he does enough to knock it away from Burkhardt. Mossyman, he's gonna bring the disc up. Mossyman gets it to Jordy. Jordy shoves it into the guts of a Mercy. Now Mossyman again. Goes low and around to Metzger. He thought about the big shot and put that away. Now Metzger got Reese. Reese gets Jordy on a gainer under. Jordy goes deep. Bizat on the chase. He's got it. Is he in? No, not yet. He brings it back to the goal line. Looks to break right away. A little bit of contact on that mark. Jordy, now Mossyman. He looks, strike to goal. Bizat is going to get there. Jordy to Bizat. Sorry, Mossyman to Bizat. And Flying Angels get a very important goal to bring it back to within one. It's 5'6" Charlotte Tennyson.
We asked for it and we got it. You saw these defenses rising in the air to get a hand before the offense on the disc. Amazing, great defenses on both sides. And what a shot, quick release by Jordi to reach, be one step to the score. Finalized by Moziman and hard to pronounce, sorry, but Bizet, name Bizet for the score with the layout.
Wow.
Putting one more in his stats.
And he's got a nice stat line early, 2 goals and an assist. Severin Reese with 2 assists himself, and Flying Angels trying to fight their way back into a game that they didn't start so sharply to.
Nope, they didn't. But we're at 6-5, second break.
And lots of time to play. Freespeed trying to be free here. Brunner gets it to Brudelin. He goes around to Brunner again. Brunner winds up, and Christian comes across and knocks that away. And FAB could tie it up here if they walk this one into the opposing end zone.
What a quick reaction. That was a low release for Huck. And FAB guys aware, got a hand.
Vindlad goes to Afrini. Back to the man they call Wilder. He goes up and around Lipshevsky. To Odermatt with a bit of pressure on. Odermatt gets Vindlad. He has a nice inside break to Lipshevsky. Back to Vindlad. He lets it go over his head, but turns around easily to collect. Vindlar and Lipshevsky back and forth. Lipshevsky picks up some space. The switch was a little bit slow. Vindlar really moving in the backfield, and those two have gone back and forth between the two for 6 passes now. Christian! He gets outrun, and there's a fist pump there by Siegenthaler.
Taking that step more to get a defense. Vindler was a bit disappointed not to get a big swing on his first pass, but forced the second one that got blocked.
Freespeed. Brunner. Siegenthaler. He jacks one forward. That's Bush. And now Brunner. Brunner looks to shove it into Brudelin, but thinks otherwise. Now it's back to Young. Young engages Brunner, and they're 20 meters out. Scoop pass, 2 players there, but it goes into the hands of Blumenbach. Blumenbach throws out of bounds, and Brudelin can do nothing but kick it away in a little bit of disgust.
That is the offensive disc, lost again, and FAB has one more chance to get another break. And we would like to see that to get a tie game back to 6-6 and then discuss about the rest.
We would love that. Vindlar. Oh, and a nice pickup by Stauffer.
Saved.
Lipshevsky. Stauffer to Christian. Odermatt. He gets a forwarding pass to Vindlad. Stauffer gives a good option to take a lot of meters. Inside break, but the player goes down, and he had to force the hammer out to avoid the stall out, but because Odermatt's going to call this foul, that might give Stauffer a few more seconds.
It does. There's discussion to see what the outcome will be. But that definitely wasn't the best option he had in mind for sure.
Not really the best look at exactly how they went down there. So they're going to have to work this one out without
But
replay assistant. Foul contest.
Frisbee defense really ready in the end zone. Whatever is flying, they will be there.
There's the hammer again. Stover says, I can make this hammer a turnover twice if you like.
And they lose the disc for the break. However, this point has been lasting for long, so this might not be the last turnover. And Freespeed calling the timeout, so we will also take a break and see you soon.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
So this game has really picked up the intensity, Charlotte. We were a little bit of sloppiness to start, but in the last 10, 15 minutes, wow, these two teams are just in a slugfest.
Yeah, we were talking about how happy we were to see that both teams are putting on the gas and really giving the intensity needed for a final of the Swiss Championship.
Gogler turns on the Jets. A well-experienced player now. I had the pleasure of playing with when he was just a young whippersnapper. Blumenbach gets it to Brunner. And now Singthaler. That's young. Brunner closes his hands and makes it a 2-point gap again. 7-5 in favor of the Baslers.
How it is, after 4 turnovers, Basel finally managed to score their offense, keeping that 2 points gap, 7-5. FAB probably a bit frustrated not to get these breaks that they had an opportunity of, but still, they can be happy of the defense they put and the pressure. So many turnovers, that was their D-line, so congrats. However, there's another timeout called, or is it the halftime?
I don't think it's a timed half. We must be at another timeout. So we're going to take this break. We'll let you guys go press some buttons, like, subscribe, and become a patron while you're waiting for us to return.
Europe, a cradle of culture, melange of languages, and beacon of diversity. A continent rampant with rivalries, forged and broken through years of shared history. Time for another chapter. 48 teams representing 22 countries look to cement their legacy at the 2023 European Ultimate Championships. You can join them. Watch live for free only on ULTI.TV.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches, and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch,
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
And back in action here in Basel. We are in the midst of a big one here. The usual championship matchup, Freespeed FAB, was interrupted last year, and we're back to your regular programming. Mercy to Mosiman. He gets Jordy on the under. Jordy goes to Mosiman, and he bodies out. And Mercy busts up line, and Jordy replaces. Good fill, Bisat. Gets the under, Reese puts it through the middle. Jordy to Metzger. Metzger fakes the hammer and goes backwards to a Mercy. Ebinger to Jordy. And Mercy goes down awkward. And he's not in a good way. He made the catch, but he's clasping his shoulder at first. He's holding the right arm gingerly, and they're going to put a replacement in. We'll hope that he can get back out here for sure.
Doing great work on the handling of FAB.
In the meantime, it's Simon who replaces. Simon gets Jordy on the up line. Chiseling forward, back through to Metzger. Metzger finds Bizat, a nice, confident catch with one hand up. Jordy to Simon. Simon engages Bizat, and a nice throw to go around the defense. Reese, and Bizat is showing his footwork right now.
Dancing again.
Almiga, but that one smacked away. And the throw was too far in front. And Nuyer takes it away.
What a block. Now Frisbee again generated a chance to have a break.
This could be half, and that would hurt against FAB. That one, oh, luckily recollected by Nev. And there's the turn back. Simon goes to set up the stack. And Mosiman will slowly walk to that disc. Now we're in. Ooh, Reese gave a good cut, but Jordy gave one the other way. And FAB evade the potential to be broken into half and bring it 1 point closer, 6-7 in this Swiss championship game.
Nice FAB managed to get their offense scored. However, I wanted to say, like, they had pretty clean, except for the MLC's injury, still pretty clean offense. And the first barely mistake they made, Freespeed was there. They were so close and just waiting for the minor mistake they could do and use it, get the hand, and great bid from Frisbee player to get a defense layout. Neuer with the block. However, unfortunate drop. It happens on both sides apparently, and FAB could score.
Here's one more look at the score. Mosiman with the break to Jordy.
Stretching the legs to reach for the break. Break side for the break.
So a break here by FAB sets up a Galaxy point. A hold takes Freespeed into a half with a nice little breather.
And you know which one we want.
I love Galaxy Point. That one hits ground and a small slide in front of Nolan Young. Van Basten! He's gone the length of the field and has an open receiver. And Van Basten hits Leslauer. And what a throw by Van Basten.
That was quick. Oh my. Big shot again from Van Basten, who already had a few ones in his stats. And oh my, that was quick. 2 pass goal.
Yeah, that
Clean
was not what you needed if you were in a FAB uniform. Freespeed pretty happy to celebrate into half. 8-6 after the half. We're going to take a break. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back with second half action.
Hallo miteinander, mein Name ist Daniele und ich probiere euch den Backhand näher zu bringen. Wir haben eigentlich im Koffergriff die Scheibe. Man nimmt den Daumen über die Trille vom Frisbee und macht hinten die Faust mit den Fingern, mit den restlichen, dass alles schön zusammen ist, sodass keine Löcher entstehen und man am Schluss die Scheibe gut losrühren kann. Nach dem Griff ist der zweite Teil Positionierung. Das macht man, indem man hüftbreit hersteht, zum Ziel her schaut, einen Ausfallschritt macht, muss nicht gross sein. Es geht ja vor allem darum, dass man hier den ganzen Platz hat, um den Backhand zu spielen. Dass ein guter Backhand gewährleistet ist der Drall entscheidend. Man steht raus und gibt den Zwick ganz am Schluss, wenn man den Frisbee aus der Hand gibt. Das ist wichtiger wie Kraft.
Du möchtest so werfen können wie Daniele? Dann melde dich doch unverbindlich bei einem unserer Clubs und erfahre alles über Ultimate, die schnelle Teamsportart mit dem Frisbee. Alle Infos findest du auf unserer Verbandswebseite ultimate.ch. Wir freuen uns, von dir zu hören.
Soli, wünsche ich euch viel Spaß im Backhand üben.
Second half action. Freespeed will get the benefit of receiving, which means the 2 for none is the availability. They just scored to take half, and they can score to start half. Young with the disc.
What a better way to start the second half.
Young goes to Blumenbach. To Van Basten. He goes to Young. Gogler. Siegenthaler. And there's a pick called.
Back on the field.
Bush had the disc and he sends it back to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler goes up line, gets Young. He sneaks ahead, and that is blown coverage. Those were wide open on the open side. Siegenthaler spike slap, and they go up a triple, 9-6, with the 2 for none after half.
9-6, that's getting tighter and tougher and tougher for Flying Angels. Well, Basler, Freespeed are making sure that their home game is going well, because people might not be watching only from home on our beautiful ULTI.TV channel, but also here in the stadium full of players, but also family from the players coming to support, since we are in Basel right now for the finals of the Swiss Championships 2023. And if you missed some of the games, don't hesitate to go on the YouTube channel of ULTI.TV, where you are watching that game as well. The whole weekend we have coverage of every game, not every game, but of every slot of game. Here FAB with the disc.
Bizat. He goes to Metzger. Metzger's inside to Mosiman. Mosiman finds Simon. And Simon goes to Jordy. Defense, Charlotte, they're giving another zone look. Here is Freespeed.
They are, because it's been working actually, so I would do the same if I were with them, if I still have the legs.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mosiman hammers to Metzger. Gets it back. Looked for the big, but instead chips away, chisels to Jordy. Simon goes to Bizat. He gets it again. Bizat, Mosiman, and now a gainer to Metzger.
Ooh.
Dive in front, but there's a player out of position now. Jordy gets it. Positionally, they've caught up, but FAB in the doorstep here, attacking position. Jordy very close. Oh, and the flailing arm almost got it. Jordy goes to Reese, and FAB put the 7th point on the board for their campaign in this final.
And that was not an easy one. I mean, Fabulous player, Freespeed player, were everywhere, biting on every disc. There were several hands so close to get a block. We've seen some arms waving around trying to block, but just a few millimeters away to get a turnover. Oh my.
Here's another look. There goes the pull. Young ducks his head and watches it go out of bounds. Disc is in. Young goes around and he gets Bush. Back into Young. Brutalin. Young. And they are on the front foot as they have been all game. Bloomback, now Brunner. Into Gogler, he makes a play with some pressure on his hip. Brunner, great play to Brutalin over the shoulder. Stiegenhalter, Thaler. Oh goodness, these Swiss names. Anyway, you slice it. Another one for Freespeed. That makes it 10-7.
Brunner to Siegenthaler to finish the quick game point. I mean, they've been playing really quick for this one, going everywhere. Nice give and go where they covered almost the full field. Got pretty close to the end zone before they needed to swing a little bit, change the direction, but still, what a point. Have a replay on the high release, over the shoulder backhand from Brunner to Brudeling to get this back right for the assist.
Siegenthaler, that's a couple slap spikes out of him this game already. He's excited. One of the young up-and-comers in the Freespeed ranks. Speaking of up-and-comers, it's Bizat who settles under and goes to Mossyman. FAB working in front of another zone.
Freespeed keeping the same strategy. Whatever works, why change if it works?
Mossyman. Well defended upfield. Looking around, there's not many options. Now the near sideline presents some open white shirts. And, oh, I thought that was hand blocked, but it maintained possession by Simon. He held on to it and didn't release. Mossyman fakes that hammer with frequency now. He goes to Simon and gets it straight back. Mossyman to Bizat. He gets Elmiger. And Bizat goes to Mossyman. Oh, and the defense coming out of position. Will they find some space? Simon and Rees. They slow it down and go back to Bizat. Mossyman goes up line and he goes too far. Bizat's shot was not on.
Bit too ambitious here, I think, or maybe not thinking about the win. Just pushing it a bit lower than needed while a timeout is called.
Timeout called by Freespeed after they get that turnover. They worked hard, did Flying Angels, and let themselves down. Bizat trying to be controlled. They're going to need him to get his head right if they're going to come out of this one. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this timeout.
I will arise and go soon to the Isle of Emerald Green and watch my mighty heroes go to battle on the screen. Where the ocean kisses Ireland, Shannon's tears of joy flow. That lovely Lady Limerick invites us to the show. From mighty glens and rugged hills, bays and braes raise a sláinte. Ganairi an bóthar leat, agus céad míle fáilte.
That was a break again for Freespeed. I mean, Fowler trying to catch up and did manage to score breaks, but Frisbee just keep making new ones and giving some much harder work for FAB now. 4 points to go for FAB if they want to tie up that game. What do you think, Stef?
I don't know. We were talking to Coach Jan Tanger last night. He was feeling confident, liking the way his team was playing. Saying they had good patience and good pace on D. Their patience is in question with the amount of zone they've played again. They've actually been quite patient. And their intensity is there, but they're just letting themselves down late in sequences. The last time there was Bizat couldn't nail the throw. But up until then, they were working themselves around the defense reasonably well. But good on Freespeed to test the patience of Flying Angels, because it is what is letting them down with eventuality as far as their O-line situations have gone. Vindlar.
And again, the zony defense on the handlers.
But I think we can expect to see that all game now, long at this stage. Mossyman.
Oh.
Gets to Dorn. Stouffer. Goes wide side to Dorn, then Stouffer again. Vindlar. Lipshevsky. There's nothing worse than not being able to beat a zone on a reasonably windless day.
Nothing worse than not being able to do that as a middle, because you cannot do much.
Jordy with the disc. He pushes Mossyman just ahead of him. Back to Vindlad.
Oh, Soul Rising.
Vindlad finally finds Dorn. That would have been a high stall count. Dorn gets Jordy. Jordy to Lipshevsky. They're moving forward. Can they punch in? No! The defense comes through in the clutch. And the 11th shirt of Giles Nev shuts the door. Ebinger. He comes under and it's Schneider. Oh, Schneider gives a gift back. Kilko goes, Vindlar picks up. Mossyman gets it and a chisel cut up line.
That's a gift for FAB to get redemption for their offense.
Mossyman goes to Dorn in the middle. Vindlar. He goes to Stauffer. Stauffer goes to Dorn. And they're not going to celebrate that one, but they'll be happy enough that they're back on the board.
Happy to get the hole, at least for that is for sure. 11-9, 8. Soon getting to 9-11.
Wow, that would be the emergency that Flying Angels would love. This is the score from 1 point ago when we had a little bit of a stream jitter there. And then here is the score we just saw.
Dorn for the score for FAB. What are their strategy going to be? Maybe they could put a zone defense as Frisbee is using against them.
I don't know if I would do that.
If they know how to play it.
I think they need to show urgency in their tactical choices right now too. Maybe like show a zone and transition. Show a zone for, between 3 and 5 throws. Take away anything. They got to be on a serious chase. They're letting the players come to them right now. So Van Bazen. He goes to Brunner. And now Van Bazen gets again. Odermatt tries to sneak around but doesn't have enough room. And now Mercy emerges from the sideline after a few points off when he got dusted up. And he's back on the field and he makes a big play.
He is back, and for the good of FAB with the turnover generated by his defense.
And Mercy to Odermatt. Odermatt fakes and turns everybody back under. Afrini gets the pop pass in the handoff space. Metzger goes to Odermatt. No deep cuts availing, no in cuts availing. There's a bit of contact in the stack. That's going to be a pick.
But the intensity is back on the field. We feel it. already on off the field on the sideline, so I can't imagine what it will be in their minds. Messy but structured, still focused. You know, get that fire within yourself, but still stay calm and focused.
Until the
Weird
disc is
job.
in your hand. Then let the fire out for a second. Odermatt to Jordy. He goes to Mercy. Speculative, but it works. Now Jordy. He gets Wiebel.
He stays in possession despite of the pick.
Wiebel taps it in. And there's a foul again. Then Boston and Christian get their legs entangled.
So is this swing gonna get played without a call? No, it will be upline then.
A Mercy. High stall count, and Mercy puts one to the end zone. Afrini on the chase, and it's gone too far. And Mercy not happy with his limited options, and he's still showing a little bit of pain as he walks away from that incomplete pass.
Well, that was very tight defense. They couldn't get options. I think also some miscommunication. They didn't seem happy about how it went because each player was imagining another outcome.
Ooh, a high release push pass for the first throw of the ensuing sequence. Oh, and that one does get ahead of everybody. Gogler, he puts it now. It's Jordy there underneath, and what a play by Leslauer to make it count. Freespeed doing it all right now, 12-8 as they put their foot down towards the end of this game.
12-8, what a score. I was not expecting that for a score. Still not over, but come on, 12-8. What a gap between both teams. Frisbees are really fired up to be back in the finals. I think they're not willing to let this new chance slip out of their hands. They are back in the finals and they're going to go fully in it.
That pull sails Ebinger to Simon. Simon to Mosiman. Elmiga with the disc as the conversation works out what will become. It's tapped back in. Freespeed into a match D at this stage. Dorn gets Bizat. Defense diving all over, not wanting to give anything for free here. Reese to Elmiger. He throws over the shoulder. Now Mosiman. Gets Bizet in a centered position. There's a pick coming out of the stack.
Not affecting the game, so this is in possession. And here we go again.
Dorn. He jacks it. Can Reese get there? He's got on his bike. He did get there.
Oh my!
And that will help lift the heads up a little bit. 9-12, still the lead for Freespeed, but it's down to 3 points.
What a bomb! Great put by Dorn. And he's always getting free in the end zone for the deep shots. And his teammates know how to use it. Amazing. Look at this play. Going all the way through the end zone to the back to get the score. 12-9, but that, even though that was lovely, it is still not enough, Stef. FAB cannot just do that. They need to break as well.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to get through the Freespeed defense. As we said, they gave a different defense right now, so they still haven't really beat a Freespeed zone clinically. They did beat the second look, the match defense there, but beyond all that, they have to slow down the scoring potential that Frisbee's giving. Van Bazen has been whipping bombs on target all day long, and he thought about doing it again there, but instead he goes backwards. Now it's Young. Van Bazen has done it this time, and that's gonna work, and he goes through the shot put nets there. Siegenthaler, and now they're talking about where his foot was. I was wondering if he got that close to those shot put nets, it was surely very, very close. We'll have another look from our angle.
Oof, hard to see the line.
Unfortunately, the line's not wide enough in the picture to really have a clear view of that.
However, we see that this duo works pretty well for Van Baarsen. Hawking it again to Siegenthaler. That is not the first time.
I mean, the goal does not count yet, but there's, Siegenthaler's got 3 goals and a block, having a cracking game. A Mercy hoping to get another look here.
I mean, Siegenthaler has as many goals as Van Baarsen has assists, so I think there might be correlation.
It's very difficult to tell. We wish these lines were a little bit wider. Then maybe we'd pick them up in the shot right now. The players on the field are going to have to work this one out on their own, and I think the best way when it's...
Okay, I think they want to have a look.
Here comes another look. They've had a good look at the grass now, even though we can't really see the white line in the shot. Oh, the back foot was probably coming up. They're not sure if back foot was up or back foot was down. Either way, it's contested. It was that close that it's going to go back to Van Bazen. And Freespeed are going to have to score twice to count as once.
However, I think that the contest should have been called much earlier. If you want to look at the screen, like the video, go for it. It's cool to have this option as well. But you should do it earlier. That was very long discussion.
Van Bazen goes around to Young. Young wants a flipper, but he puts it away. And Mercy almost puts his hand into that one. Brutalin. He throws, and that's Siegenthaler.
which we don't see that much downfield, but more in the end zone.
Yeah, that's his favorite place to hang out, that's for sure. Van Bazen goes around, gets Young. Young goes up and scoops it over to Bush, and he does collect. Oliver Gogler hangs on, even with Metzger flying in front for a defensive effort.
Defense flying everywhere, but that is just not enough. We like the intensity, though. Keep on doing that. That will pay off. There will be layout D's. And Freespeed with 13 points. They are 2 points away to be Swiss champions and open. Home
turf championship is what they're after. Home turf championship is what is looking like is going to happen. Flying Angels need to have a flying finish to this to the end of this game if they're going to steal away a win here.
And here we go. FAB on offense, Freespeed defense. Pool rolled way out of bounds. Pretty far out of the stadium.
Bizat brings the disc to the line. To the spot, in fact, and he looks at Narrowhead. Simon.
Here we are again with the Freespeed Poachy D, Zony D on the handers.
They want to stick him in the sideline, and they do.
And that is a good position as a defender.
Yep. But maybe FAB have to be a little bit more aggressive going back to the other side. How aggressive can they be? What can they stand to lose at this stage? Mossyman to Bizat. Back to Mossyman. They are again chipping away, but doing it at Freespeed's pace, not their own. Bizat to Mossyman. Wide and around. Metzger's gonna have that all day though.
Big days for a big boy.
Mossyman. Elmiger. Goes to Mossyman. There's the throw to score. Jordy drags the back toe, and he says he's in.
And now would be the time to look at the line on the streaming.
Here's our look. Yeah, that looks
that
in to
is
me.
In. Dragged in.
They have not asked yet to see the screen this time, but by our look, it looks like we've got a clean shot. That one looks very much like it counts.
A nice toe drag by Jordy to keep that one inbound for a clean hold.
Just an instant before he puts his toe down, but it looked good. So push it a little bit closer. Can they get a break? Can they get a break? It's been a long time since our last Flying Angels break, way back at 4-5 when they put two in a row together, and that's it.
That was their only break.
Only break of the game.
They do need more. I mean, it's not only one they need right now, they would need 4 of them.
4 breaks before conceding 2 goals.
But I mean, if Frisbee did it, why wouldn't be Flying Angels able to do that?
Freespeed did it differently. They never got 4 in a row. They got a break to start the game, a break on the 5th point of the game, a break on the 8th point of the game, and then 1 break in the second half. So they've been slowly adding their breaks up. Freespeed now. Brutalin gets open on slipped coverage. He puts it deep. A lot of shape on that, but a lot of space on the opening, and he's in. And that is 14 points. Nicholas Bush with the goal. 14-10. Freespeed staring down the barrel of a championship right now.
What a quick point. 2 pass points. They've been doing this a lot, but here we have another duo working, Brutalin with Nico Bush. They want it done as quickly as possible.
Brutalin, there's that throw.
The big jump.
He's obviously got enough skill throwing, but usually more often than not downfield receiving. For a big part of his career, but now as a veteran, even the best of receivers end up being contributing distributors and throwers as well.
I mean, if you can do everything, that is even better.
Wow, and he's showing there that he can.
Everywhere.
So game point situation could avail itself anytime Red can get their hands on the disc. Bizat behind the disc, goes to Mossiman. Safe first throws, and after the first point of the game, oh no! And Mossiman, as I said it, after the first point of the game, when there was a throw knocked away, they are acting quicker, Freespeed. They smell this championship. They've done it on home turf. The Baslers rush the field. They've won back the Swiss title and claim their throne atop the Matterhorn of Swiss Ultimate Open teams here.
Great job, and here's the defense we were expecting. Not a break on an error, but a crazy layout defense to get the score straight away. Oh my, Freespeed with the title. After missing the finals last year, they get the title this time for 2023.
Great game by Freespeed. FAB had errors at the start and errors at the end, and even though they showed a little bit of fight in between, it was never going to be their game. The way Freespeed came out and capitalized and punished them for their errors. You see a lot of Freespeed experience and free 2-speed players coming out on the field. You see Luca Miglioretto out on his crutches. He's missing part of this season. We'll be hoping to be back in a few months' time to join this Swiss championship team, as they'll be able to take their show on the road to Europeans now.
And Freespeed with the win for the home game. Basler winning in Basel.
Nothing more you could ask for. We've had a wonderful time here in Basel. We thank you very much for joining us. As always, we will remind you one more time to like this game, subscribe to our channel, and if it's in you, go ahead and press the button on the ULTI.TV website and become a patron and support what we do and help us showcase this wonderful sport and these wonderful athletes. That's going to wrap things up. It's always sad at the end of a championship because it's over, but always jubilous for the champions and the athletes who get to celebrate their fine performances. A big thank you to our crew doing it tough in this hot, hot heat. Alex helping out and being a Johnny on the spot and doing a bit of everything for us. Pierre on the crew, bringing a good workload. And, of course, Lucia running around like crazy, doing a bit of everything for us. And Ludovic Lolo, who's taken the lead here and done a wonderful job. We're very proud of everybody's work. Charlotte Terrasson, we've had Ulrich Lehmann in the booth, and of course I'm Stefan Pazzo. Thank you for joining us. Come back for more. We'll be back sooner than we could even imagine. We'll see some of you in Nottingham. We'll see you at EUC. It's all coming up soon. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, best in the world.
Thank you. Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.